Welcome to Coffee Time. And as you can tell, this is not coffee, it is smoothie, but I think you can forgive me for having a smoothie instead of coffee this morning. Carrots, celery, spinach, fruit. It's alright. It's not fantastic, but it's okay. Today I'm going to be reading out of Revelation, the book of Revelation, chapter 21. 21 verse 1 through 4. You ready? Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and there was no longer any sea. I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared as a bride beautifully dressed for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Now the dwelling of God is with men, and he will live with them. They will be his people, and God himself will be with them and be their God. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away." Revelation. It's a pretty interesting book. A lot of people are not very sure what they believe about Revelation. There's a lot of different interpretations of what Revelation is. I have the privilege of going through an in-depth Bible study this year, just entirely in Revelation, and it's riveting. As I read through Revelation, piece by piece, dissecting it little by little, I realize that it's not a scary book. And really, there's no point in trying to debate all of these different things about what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, because we need to remember that God gave us this book, not just Revelation, but the entire Bible, as a gift to us. It's His revelation to us. The separate book of Revelation alone is something that is supposed to bring us comfort and bring us peace, and instead we debate it and argue about it until we're sore in the face. But when I read through it little by little, there's one overarching theme here, and I hope if you read through Revelation you can get this too. This is not a cosmic battle of good versus evil, the light versus the dark, the battle to end all battles. This is God who's in control the whole time, cleaning up this mess that happened. Okay? The evil powers will never be as strong as God. They will never be able to challenge God. Any power they have is only because they are allowed that power by God. And you'll see, in my study we're just finishing chapter 13 and talking about the beasts coming out of the sea and out of the earth. And the beasts are of the dragon and this unholy trinity that you see here. But all of the power that they have is only because they are allowed to have such power. There is nothing stronger than God. There is nothing that can challenge God. God is in supreme control. And I read that last part of Revelation because it's interesting, of all this stuff that's happening in the beginning of Revelation going all the way through, it culminates in this final couple of chapters that no matter what happens, whether it happens, it's bad, whether Christians are there, whether we're taken up, whatever happens, we know that God has it in His hands and we don't need to worry about it. It's interesting because there's parts of the Bible that maybe don't always make sense, and some of us don't always get it. I know myself, I don't always get everything I read in the Bible right away. But I know this, God wins. He's told us that, we know that, we can be sure of that, we can have faith that we know that God wins. And any suffering on this side of life, it may be bad, but it's not going to last. And the eternal life that's waiting for us is going to be worth so much more. So take this as encouragement. Revelation is an encouraging book. I hope if you ever have the opportunity to go through Revelation in a Bible study, I would encourage you to do so. Um, but remember that God's in control. Don't ever forget that. Even in the times of struggle in your life when you don't see God there or you don't think He's there, He is. And he is. You just need to cast your cares on Him. Tell Him. Talk to God. Just have a conversation with Him about your fears, your failures, your shortcomings, and the things that you've overcome, the things that you've beaten. Tell Him how hard things are. Hold on to Jesus. Jesus paid the ultimate price and suffered more than any of us will ever suffer. So anything that we're going through pales in comparison to what Jesus went through. And don't forget that not only did He suffer and die and was buried, He ascended from the dead 3 days later, defeating death itself. I hope your day goes well, and I hope that if you get a chance to go through Revelation, that you take it. Yeah, it's really not that great. I just don't know. It's like I put fruit in there, and the fruit's supposed to help, but I don't think it did. No, it just doesn't taste good. I don't get it. It's not good. And it's large. Do you see this? It's huge. I don't. What do you want me to do with this? Do I have to finish it? No? Okay. Oh, man. Really? Okay.